Yeah, I'm recording this right now in my restroom, but only to tell you guys, please, 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 if you're loving these podcasts, if you're loving the journey, you're loving the conversations and the questions, please hit that subscribe button down below. We need you guys. We need to keep on growing, and you guys subscribing gives us that reminder that you guys are loving and we're doing a great job. Please, 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 go subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your tias, casi algos, Sancho, Sanchez, the neighbors, whoever you want. But thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get back to the pod.
Never heard of before.
Hey, I don't think we've ever had somebody out of state on the podcast.
No, I don't think so.
Nah,
but there's the first time for everything.
Y Cosas del Destino, things worked out. I just want to point out, this has been like a 2 to 3 day process only. Yes. Cosas del Destino, God's timing, it's perfect timing. But there's in North Carolina, Los Primos del Este, baby.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Hey, you gotta do it for the one time, guys. Los Primos del Este. Yes, sir.
Ya aprendí, ya.
Gotta bring the energy, guys.
Dang.
I was about to say, how are you guys feeling now?
Muy bendecidos, contentos. Aquí estamos vivos, carnal. Lo que importa, you know? So, we're here.
Está bien.
After, what was it, like 2 days of suffering?
Oh, me? Yeah, I was down bad, brother. Yeah, I had a little virus hit me, man. So I was in the dang hospital.
The show must go on.
I still did some content in there too.
You did.
I was like, this is some good content. I'm in a hospital bed.
Reyes del Norteño Saxophone, because y'all bring the hype.
Muchas gracias, carnal.
Sí.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to consider it that, why not? You know, I'll take it.
What do you consider it?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, me personally, I feel like we're very diverse. Mm-hmm. But when it does come down to Norteño con Sax, we definitely did make a big impact. You know, whenever we popped off with No Mentira and stuff, that definitely did take us to that next level. And I feel like nobody was really too focused on Norteño con Sax at that point. So I do feel strongly about, you know, we did make a big impact on that, but I don't consider myself anything unless other people, you know, consider it. So that's just how I feel, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, you guys, 2019, COVID, your single, I mean, it took over social media, and ¿cuántas veces le dedicamos esa canción a alguien?
¿A cuántas se las dedicaste? Esa es la pregunta.
Is there another song in that type of style, romántica?
To be honest, someone told me about that song. It is entonces, dude. It was, to me, it took over.
I saw your Instagram. You're jamming it on the way
here. You know what? It's because to me it's a full circle moment, just for the reason of when I heard that song the first time. This is kind of before this whole podcasting even happened. So full circle moment. Now being able to sit down with the ones that sang the song that made it, and all the success that you guys have had in the last couple of years, because it hasn't been all like rainbows and butterflies and sunshines and pura su vida. One of your interviews said, Quiero Ser took off, great recovery, but then you guys went through like that little stumbleness, right? Like it got a little quiet. So that's something that I really want to talk about.
Well, damn. Well, that's. I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because I want everybody to see and know and tell that Primos del Este has been around since COVID, you know, and it's one of those times, bro, where we brought, and I'm gonna say it proudly, we brought, you know, happiness in a time where everybody was sad. You know, COVID. I mean, even me personally, bro, like being locked up in the house, like, damn, bro, it's crazy. And when
it does things to you for sure.
Yeah, and whenever we dropped the song, I mean, at the time, I was working at a warehouse. He was at a tire shop. You know, he was construction. Like, we were all just doing our thing, bro. And I always said the story. I was working one day, and a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, you guys are on Billboard." And I was like, "All right, cool." Wait, what'd you say, bro? You know? And it's funny, bro, because when I look back to that time, like, top 50 Billboard in the United States off of a song that was recorded in my boy's house, you know, small little setup. And shout out to Grand, too. You know, they were, like, a big part of that. And the song took over social media, but we were too young and too ignorant, I'd say, to really acknowledge what was going on for us.
We didn't even have a TikTok back in the day. When that song was when it was popping off on TikTok, we didn't have a TikTok. We weren't into social media like that, were we?
Not really. I think it actually blew up on SoundCloud at first, and then when it blew up on SoundCloud, I guess that was the moment that they're like, okay, we got to put it on YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
And after that, that's when it started doing numbers. And, you know, people, when they see a song doing good on YouTube, they're gonna go follow it and they're going to check it out.
Yeah. Do you guys believe, we asked this to Oscar before, but do you guys believe there has to be a good music video in order for the song to pop, or you just have to have good promo and good song?
That's kind of controversial, bro. I think if the song is good, it's good. You know, I've seen many music videos with high budgets, crazy things behind it, and I've seen music and songs that, like I said, were made in the bedroom of your friend's house, bro. And I'm gonna use Junior H's song, No He Cambiado. If you know that song, it's a throwback song, bro. Like, it was literally made, you know, at home, and that song made a big impact too. And there's some music videos that go crazy budgets, and it doesn't sit well with people, bro. So I really think that if you give the song a good vibe and you're genuine with it, people will pick up on the energy. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things that makes Primos different, bro. Like, we generally like won't drop something unless we think, oh, like I really want people to feel this song, you know. And going back to Quiero Ser, it was during the time where like we were just young, bro, still doing it for the love of music. You know, I remember always going to his house practicing after, like, you know, long day of work or whatever. And it was just for the genuineness and fun of doing music, bro. And I feel like that carried on into the song.
If you guys were to ask me, what's one thing I wish I had before starting this business, was guidance. One thing about us is we're going to give you the gems. So our friends at FFC Consulting are the #1 Latino consultants in the game. They help you start your business. They help you formalize your business. They help you trademark your logo. They can also help you out with accounting and your taxes. They work with some of the biggest hat brands in the game, some of the biggest restaurants, some of the biggest influencers. They get them all squared away. So if you need someone to trust with your business or help guide you with your business, these are the people you got to talk to. Make sure you hit them up to get your consultation in right now today. You can find them at FFC Consulting Inc. on Instagram and Facebook. And if you're one of our listeners that does not have any one of those, let me give you the phone number. It's 562-440-9962. Make sure you call them, make sure you DM them, and make sure you tell them ATTL sent you guys over. Now back to the pod.
I think it's funny when you said I was at work and they told me I was on Billboard. So tell me a little bit about that. And when did it actually sink into you that it was going viral, that you guys had actually made a hit song?
I think it really hit me when my mom found out. Because, you know, be coming from an immigrant background, pursuing music isn't really something they wanted me to do. You know, they wanted me to get an education, and I left school to pursue this, you know. So to see, I was at work, and to see Top 50 Billboard, like, I was tripping. Like, I was really like, yo, if it's on Top 50 Billboard, what am I doing at a warehouse? Like, you know, but that's where the ignorance comes in. Like, that's not how it works. But, you know, I recognized what was going on. I remember telling Gio, and we were freaking out. All of us were freaking out. Even Juan, before he was fully a part of the band, he couldn't believe it either, you know. And
it was just at the warehouse, like on the phone with him, like, yo, we are there. Like, what do we do? Like, what's next or what?
So this was just like an overnight thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I think whenever you told me, it didn't even click for me. Like, well, I think you told me at the shop, right? I think I was at the tire shop, and I came back from changing someone's tire. I came inside. He's like, yo, someone said we're on Billboard. I'm like, oh, that's cool, bro. But then, like, later on, I was like, he was like, no, like, you don't get how serious this is. Like, we're on Billboard. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Mm-hmm. And then he just shows me like the Billboard stuff, and I saw the artists that were on Billboard, and I was like, oh,
damn.
I was like, that's crazy. I was like, okay.
Did that alter anything in your brain chemistry in your career when you guys were like? Okay.
It definitely gave me more motivation. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it was one of those things that you didn't expect. So I don't know. I just didn't know how to feel at that moment. I think it was just something that I can't explain well. I was just in my own world at that point. I was just like, you know what? I'm here at the shop. Like, okay, cool. I'm on Billboard, but I'm still working right now, so I gotta go do this tire real quick. You know.
You guys bring up a good point. Coming from a Latino background, how do you tell you guys' parents, hey, I'm not going to school. I'm not gonna work here. I'm gonna go and chase music. I don't know if it's gonna pay off, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
I actually have a funny story. So me and Ariel, you know, we was good friends back in the day. Obviously, I at that moment, you know, we didn't know this was gonna be our career. So I had to kind of like give a plan B. Honestly, I was like, what's my plan B? You know, I didn't really believe 100% that we were gonna make it. And so I told Ariel, hey bro, we should go to school, bro, you know, or like college or something, you know. And he said, yeah, I'm down. And I was like, I told him that I found this NASCAR school. Like, what you think about like want to do like learn about NASCAR shit or like learning about cars? And since we were at the shop, you know, I guess we both liked working at the shop too in a way at that moment. Like it wasn't the best thing in the world, but we're like, okay, we were kind of intrigued. So then I ended up telling him like, let's go to that school. Next thing you know, like a week later, he's like, hey, I'm already enrolled. Like, I'm about to go. And I'm like, hey, bro, I never signed up, bro. And I told this fool, I never even signed up, fool. I'm like, you're on your own. And I was like, I backed out, bro. I didn't want to spend that much money on school.
He said, oh, you were being serious.
Yeah, like, I was serious. But at the same time, like, I did my math and stuff. I ain't got this much money. But I guess he said, screw it. You know, he decided to invest in himself, which is perfect. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. And so he went. You go ahead and tell the rest of the story.
How long did you go for?
I know. What were you doing?
Okay, so after he pulled that quick one on me, it was weird, bro, because, you know, like you said, coming from a Latino background, like, your parents want the best for you, you know? So I was like, you know what? I really don't like school. I'm not stupid, but I just don't like school, you know? So I'm going to go, whatever. And I still remember, like, my parents making a sacrifice to get my books and, you know, my parents wanted us to go to college. Yeah, so, and it was funny because I signed up and it was cool. Like, you know, I was doing school, doing music at night, And it got to the point. Oh, it was like an hour drive.
Wow.
Yeah, and my parents were like, you know, funding that. So going back to the schooling thing, like I was like 7-8 months in, bro, and it took a heavy mental toll on me, bro. Like a lot of y'all may not believe in, like, you know, like I guess depression and shit, but it's real, bro. Like I wasn't myself, you know, and it got to the point where I had to go to a doctor, and that doctor was like, hey, bro, like you're not in a good spot. So I still remember I was sitting in my car, bro, and I'm gonna be honest, bro, like even he knows, like I was sitting there crying, like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna do, you know? And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just drop out. Like, I'm gonna just drop it. God, you know, if something pops off with music, it pops off. And como a los 3 meses, bro, that's when the Billboard stuff started to hit.
Wow.
You know, and it's a surreal feeling because, like, telling my mom, like, hey, I'm gonna drop out of school, bro, like, that broke her heart, you know, like, and my dad too, you know.
Especially with the debt.
Yeah, I was in debt with school, bro, but my dad, you know, he was always the one, like, hey, bro, if you don't like school, it's cool with me. Do what you like, but please do something with your life, you know? Yeah. So I was kind of like hopping from job to job here and there, you know, and that's when the whole, you know, working at the warehouse and Billboard took off. And I told my mom about it, but she wasn't really too familiar with the music scene. But my dad, you know, he was like, wait, you're on Billboard? I was like, yeah, look, you know, here's the flyer. And here's our picture and stuff, you know, top 50. And he was like, hey, just keep going, bro. Like, I'm gonna try to support you as much as I can, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, they would give me money for things like studio time. They would give me money for gas. They would, you know, give me money for food or anything, bro, anything. So now that I've gotten to this point in my life, bro, like, I'm blessed to be able to, I can't ever return the favors, you know? But I'm able to give what I can and help them out, bro, you know? So that's why, like, I try not to take this for granted, bro. And for any of y'all watching, bro, if y'all pop off in music, bro, don't let it get to your head. Because one day you're up, one day you're down, and the come up is probably the funnest part of all this. You know, like, yeah, we struggle, and I struggle with every single one of these guys, but it's fun, bro. Like, going through the hard stuff is always like a character building type of thing, you know?
100%.
Amazing.
What about you guys? And I hope you guys are thinking about the story, man.
Vamos así.
This is funny for him because he literally just graduated from school.
No way.
We're straight to the fame already.
Oh,
Damn.
wow. He said, I know what I want.
I mean, it was just crazy because, I mean, like, yeah, I graduated school and, like, literally, like, what, a month and a half or 2, they popped off, and we all just kind of, I just went at it.
Imagine being 19, 20 years old and going on tour already.
That's crazy. I wasn't doing that at that age.
Shit,
Definitely
18, 19.
not.
Fuck.
I was doing it at like, what, 16?
Yeah, like, we've been doing this for a while, bro. So, like, when we started, us three were the ones that really, you know, got together way back in the day. They've always been in the picture. You know, it was just kind of like, you know, like,
It's so weird how it happened.
yeah, like, we've always known them, but we've never really worked with them, you know?
Got to know them well,
Yeah. And it's funny because I remember we were at a house party years ago, and he was like, hey, kiddo, say that's a dope song. It's going to pop off. But when someone tells you that, you take it in, but you don't think about it.
Right.
And then 3 months later, boom, it popped off. And I hit him up. I was like, hey, you were right.
He showed me almost like the whole album they were gonna drop, or like the songs,
and he showed me Quiero Ser, in which I had never heard like that type of style, because you know the Bajoloche changed it up. And I told him, and it was a romantica too. Yeah, and I mean, I know it was a house party. We were already a little faded, you know, and stuff. Still, though, you know?
Ideas started cooking.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, "This is the one, man. This is the one." And look, it was.
Familia, if you're looking for someone to wash your carros or your trocas, and you're in the Fontana, San Bernardino, Chino, Rancho Cucamonga, or surrounding areas, you guys got to hit up our friends at Ralphies Detail Co. They offer many different services: maintenance washes, interior cleaning, steam and conditioning, paint correction, ceramic coating, and more. Right now, they're doing some summer specials that you can check out right now on their Instagram at Ralphies Detail Co. So make sure you go tap in with them. Tell them ATTL sent you guys. You get no discount because, come on, there's no discount with these codes. But go check them out. Tell them we sent you guys. Shout out to them. Go follow them. And let's get back to the podcast. So it sounds like you guys like came up together. And it's funny how you say that, like, you guys, they've always been in the picture, but never to the extent that what it is now.
You're correct.
Which is same thing as us.
Yeah.
They've always been in the picture, but up until the moment where it all aligned, it's when everything just took off even more. Like,
exactly.
It was, I always say it's like they were already there, but just the perfect moment, perfect timing. And they were the right people that needed to be here. You know what I mean?
Well, I always knew these guys. Like, we always knew. Like, for example, Gio, he would always be at the house parties I'll be at. Also, Ariel and Bia too, you know, once in a while. And, like, sometimes I'll have house parties at my house, and they just randomly come. Like, I didn't even invite them. Hey. They put up, you know.
No invitaron, pero tampoco dijeron que no fuera.
Hey, but here's the thing. His cousin was a good friend of ours at that moment. So I guess that's the reason why we would pull up, because his cousin would, hey, come through to this place, and it was his spot. I didn't know it was his spot.
It was all meant to be.
Yeah, it's just,
everyone was doing their
cool,
part.
You know? I liked it. Like, it made me happy they pull up, you know. Right. So yeah, I always knew these guys.
You know, I wanted to bring up North Carolina because I've heard in other interviews there's not a lot in North Carolina, you know, besides. But if you think musically, there's DaBaby, J. Cole. I don't know if you guys are country fans, but Luke Combs is from there. But when you hear thinking of Latinos that make it out of there, y'all are doing it right now. So like, how do you find that motivation or that push to be like, you know what, we gotta fucking make it out of here?
The motivation, man, I think it just comes from the team as well. You know, más que nada the team, knowing that people depend on you, knowing that people, you know, need you at your 100. They need you to be there, not just for them, but even for yourself too. You know, you want to make sure that you're at your best. But man, the motivation, I just feel like it just comes from the love of music too, you know. It's just the fans, the people. I love interacting with fans and meeting new people, new fans. It's just something that I've always been good with. And every time I do meet a fan, we just treat them with hospitality every single time, and they just don't expect it, you know. They just think that we're gonna be mean to them or something. But like whenever we're done talking to them, they're like, "Man, you guys are so cool. Like, thank you guys for that experience, that moment." Yeah. And it's just like, well, I was just hanging out with you, you know. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, you know. But it's just a lot of artists don't do that, you know. So I feel like the people and the team, everybody just gives us motivation, man. It's just we got to make it to that next level and give everybody what they deserve, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was really special what you guys did with the Norteño con Sax. But being from North Carolina, are you guys born here or son de Mexico or?
Yo soy de Zacatecas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I migrated here when I was like 4.
Okay.
On my bed.
I asked that because being Mexican American in the space, did you ever feel like maybe no eras de aquí ni de allá?
Right. Yeah. Definitely. While I was in school, I had went to a school in Clemens. It's called North Davidson. I'm gonna just be honest. I went to that school, and it wasn't super diverse, you know. It was mainly like güeros, you know, and there's super racist there, you know, and it's just that really didn't make me feel good at all too, because I felt like I was a part of them, but at the same time, the way they would treat me sometimes too didn't feel that way, you know. They'll make fun of, you know, calling me names, you know, and stuff, just joking around. But at the end of the day, you know, that's something that's still like serious, dude. You know, it's not. I'm not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can call me that all you want, but like, it's not funny to me. It might be funny to you.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where, I didn't feel like I was from here or there, because you know, you go to Mexico and I guarantee you, in that moment when I was in school, ahorita hablo más mejor el español, you know, pero antes, Mucho más mejor, como dice mi compa. pero antes, when I was in school, I was more bad at it, you know?
Yeah.
So imagine if I went to Mexico, they still wouldn't probably think about me as like part of them, and then I'm in the United States, and these dudes aren't even making me feel like a part of them too. So yeah, I don't think I felt that. I mean, I felt that for sure. What you just said. Yeah.
But you can hear it in the music.
Yes,
you guys are very, very authentic.
And I feel like that came along with these cats right here too, because I feel like I gave that modern touch to the lyrics, the modern touch to the voice, and then they come and give a modern touch, but yet an old school vibe with the music, you know? Yeah. And I feel like that just clicked.
Yeah, there was a good point, you know, speaking of what Kero said, and then now the Norteño Sax, the transition. You know, you guys made a decision to incorporate the sax, and then you guys saw everything that came with it. Mm-hmm. But as a music, as an artist, as a grupo, how do you come up with the decision of like, hey guys, like right now it's not working and we're trying our best, but we need to shift gears and try something new? So that was kind of like, came out of like de la nada, la verdad. We were rehearsing for an event we were going to have here at the Portal. It was going to be a theater, at the Portal Theater. And we were going to do an event and we were practicing. Y salió que, you know, after we practiced for a little bit, like 2 hours, we get a little bored. Nos aburrimos un poquito, entonces empezamos a tocar. We make a song, either cumbia or whatever. Yeah. We start making it.
So, yeah, I had already had a song done, which is No Es Mentira, and you can go ahead and finish off that.
Yeah. So
it's going to flow. Just watch.
We were practicing, okay, obviously that song No Es Mentira wasn't the repertorio, and we started making that one in, you know, dos cuartos, you know, which is like norteñita vibe, you know, con tololoche. And then resultó like, yo, this sounds cool, like, you know, this type of vibe, but I was like, what if it's like the Norteño Sax? And that's when this guy rolls in right here. We knew him. They had their group, you know, and then we hit him up and like, hey, why don't you record this full on Norteño Sax, you know? And we're like, well, fuck it. We were down bad. Like, nah. That event we had.
No, the way I wanted to do it was like Oscar Maidon vibes, like fin de semana vibes. Yeah, I wanted to do it like that, but then he was like, nah, let's just do it straight on Norteño con sax. De una vez, yeah, because it was already like the sounding like that. Yeah. So he's like, let's just do it like that, and we're like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. And they did the music one day. Literally, I put up to his house. I put in the vocals. He was recording a group that same day too, and como que like I interrupted their session. I just went in the booth, I was like, and I just sang the song, and I did right after that. But I don't know why that day I had felt something when I heard the song. I sat down and he just played it one more time for me, and I was like, I just like got lost in like the song, and I was like, damn. I was like, all right, fellas, I'll see y'all later, and I left. Yeah. And then we just start talking to the label. We're like, hey guys, I think we need to drop this song. And everybody was like, okay, yeah, it's cool. It's a cool song. You know, I sent it to them, and even the guys, everybody listened to it, not just the label, everybody. And everybody was like, yeah, it's cool. Pero como que no la querían soltar, you know, at that moment. And I was like, all right, well, y'all let me know, but I'm trying to drop it, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was like, let's at least do YouTube for now or something, just to, maybe if it doesn't do good, you know? You know?
Quiere entrar en detalle aquel.
What you gotta say?
Que no la quería soltar el compa Gio. ¿Qué es lo que quiere decir? ¿Ah? Que no la quería soltar, dice.
No, ¿quién? ¿Yo?
¿O cómo estuvo?
No, yo sí siempre la quería soltar.
Oh. He said, give me the mic. Échamelo para acá.
Give me the mic.
No, siempre miente. No le des el micrófono.
First of all, say how it is. First of all, okay. PJ hit me up one day like, hey, we're trying to do No Es Mentira, which I was already their producer. So, yeah, this song. Ya había salido. So I was like, yeah, and I hit David up. I'm like, hey, they want to do this song Norteña. Like, you're trying to help me record the sax and the drums. And he was like, Gio was the part que no, es que yo la quiero así. Y le digo, no, pero es que ya la grabamos yo y David, and it sounds really good. Because old Norteño Sax is like amor, desamor, así bien tradicional.
No, yo te dije, yo quiero que pille. No, yo te dije, yo quería que la tocaran como fin de semana.
Yeah.
But I never was like, I don't like it. They'll say that. I love the song.
Like,
I love the song.
He pulled up to the studio and was like, no, I mean, I'm a singer. Like, no, le digo, cántale con amor, así como si te lo hubieras cantando a alguien. And yeah, when I sent the track, he started like streaming it on Instagram that day. He was like, people, what y'all think about this song? He was dancing to it. He was
Le gustó.
And me and David, we was in another grupo, and he was even telling me like, we should do songs like this, like tumbadas, like letras tumbadas. Right. And I guess fue como que ya estaba muy adelante de su tiempo. And that's when I say, I mean, we did something different, like all together.
Yeah, because like me, like I always hear like norteñas, like traditional norteñas.
Sí,
you know?
sí.
And I heard this song, I was like, this is a little different, you know? But it's like catchy. It's nice. I never heard nothing like this.
A mí me gustan porque se pueden bailar.
For sure.
And it's
for
relatable
sure.
too, bro.
Yeah.
That's one thing, like, how do you dance to corridos? Like,
No.
on
Just
concerts,
outside.
I've seen people just jumping, like,
No.
Well, like ciertos corridos sí se bailan, you know, like the...
No,
like,
la banda
you know,
de
like,
corridos
what I'm talking about?
tumbados.
Pero yeah, corridos, like así como, pues de narco corridos, type of, yeah, you can just kind of dance them too, pero it is like, it is more to listen to, you know? More to, like, if you notice, have you ever seen a concert of Neton or
Sí,
Junior H?
no,
Everyone's just standing there recording.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, and if you go to one of our concerts, like, you have a whole front section.
Yo quiero una pista.
Yeah, you
para
have
bailar.
that front section of people, like your fans, hardcore fans recording.
Yes.
And then in the back, you just have everybody dancing.
I love
You know,
that.
and yeah, we love that too. It's just something that you want people to dance. You want people to be
Yes.
there and enjoying their night.
You want, I think you brought it up earlier, and when we're talking off camera, you're giving them a show, an experience. So when we leave this concert from you guys, one, you're tired because you've been dancing all fucking night. And if you go with your pareja or somebody, like, you know, you were singing great songs to them,
Right.
or if you're fucking heartbroken, like,
You were calling them.
You call them
You-
dance real quick.
Right.
You know, so, but it's an adjustment that you guys made, that you guys, how you said it right now, ahead of the time, and look at all the success that has came with it.
For
you guys
sure.
already had it, and then you adjusted to what you saw was kind of missing, and then I think that's what brings up having a good team.
But I think also they weren't afraid to do something different because you guys didn't know what was going to happen with this.
Yeah, definitely. But the thing about us is, like, we've never really been afraid to do different things. You know, even with our older music, we would put in like 808s, reggaeton in the end of the songs, or like, you know, some weird stuff that you wouldn't expect. So we would try to be super different all the time. Yeah, you know.
It was nice, like, 'cause, guys will going back a step back, you know, like, as their producer, when they would bring songs, like, what are we doing? Like, are we doing reggaeton, or are we doing rock, or like some indie music? Like, already, like,
You did that. So
okay, the reason I was doing all that crazy stuff to the music is because it fits. It was kind of asking for it, and they were along with it. They're like, yeah, let's do reggaeton.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, it was like, nah,
I
what do we do?
just felt like in that moment we didn't have much of like more ideas. You know, it's just like, you know, it's cool.
Se
Let's-
trata de hacer todo y a ver
yeah,
qué
I
pega.
mean, yeah, a ver qué pega, you know.
I guess people liked it, you know, like, at the end of the day, they were like, Primos del Este is this. Like, they're not afraid to do something new.
But you
And now
ma-
it's
oh,
norteño.
En fin, no es mentira, no iba a salir si no fuera por esa locura que siempre echamos desmadre.
sí.
And, you know, just do something different, you know?
Yeah.
And not be scared of
Once again,
thinking the same thing.
just having fun with the
having
music.
fun and just being ourselves.
Yeah.
Y al final de cuentas, ensayamos para un evento que no pudimos jalar ni 50 personas y los boletos eran gratis. You know what
No.
I'm saying? Like, we didn't even pull, not even 50
He said it was shaking his head.
the Portal Theater. We didn't pull 50 people.
Hey, shout out to all the people that put up to Portal, you know.
You know, it was a free boleto, but
If you know, you know.
And then shout out to everybody at Peacock.
a couple months later, that's when Nos Mentiras started taking off. So, yeah.
So here's the funny thing, right? So before, I think we dropped Nos Mentira and we had a concert back home. And to all the 20 people that showed up to that little jaripeo, we love y'all. All right? So
Real
this is the
ones.
thing. So this is how things change, bro. Literally, the month we dropped that song, like 50 people pulled up, including his brother, right? And all that. And then like 2 months later, bro, we were playing at an event with like 2,000 people sold out
Crazy.
in a month, 2 months time, bro. So like,
Crazy.
you know, it was one of those things like you go from this to that, like, and when you've never experienced any type of like, I'm gonna say success, you don't know how to take it in, bro. You know, like I promise you, like when the first show we had and it was like packed, I was like, yo, like, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, damn, I'm gonna take a check home. You know, like,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
be
I'm
honest. I still get surprised even when like whenever like we're doing like say paquetes, you know, shows with multiple artists, and they're like, oh, they announced us, you know, Los Primos Del Este, and people screaming stuff. Like sometimes I still even be like, oh shit,
I'm like, oh shit, that's us.
That's us. That's
right.
us.
you get
I
surprised.
forgot people fuck with us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, but it is super cool.
tenemos tanto de qué platicar.
Yes, and there's a lot still to go over.
Absolutely.
I just want to bring up these numbers to you guys. How informed are you guys of your music?
Pretty well.
Pretty well?
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Pretty versed.
All
You
right.
know,
So this
yeah.
is just based off of Spotify. No Es Mentira is at 104 million streams. Damn.
Hell yeah.
Mami, 12 million. Poema, 35 million. No Es Mentira, 32. Quiero Ser Norteña version, 11 million.
All I heard you say was million.
Millions.
Millions and millions.
The reason I bring that up is how does that feel for you guys, knowing that, how you said, you guys couldn't even sell out a show that was free, and to now and to now where it's like millions of people are streaming your stuff. It's a comeback story.
But that, yeah.
Well, to be honest, bro, I can speak for all of us. We've been used to being doubted, you know, especially coming from the East Coast where we grew up. I mean, bro, no one ever really believed in the project, bro. You know, so it's always kind of just been us telling ourselves we can do it, and just, you know, I'm gonna say it on camera, believe in God, bro. Like, God works in crazy ways, and I'm not afraid to tell. I know all my boys would tell you, like, God has played a big role in our success, you know. And to see the numbers now, bro, is, I still can't believe it. Like, sometimes I'm like, 100 million people listen to this song, like,
and counting, you know,
counting, you know, and I'll get, you know, we'll get DMs from people in Germany, Japan, Russia. I'm like, bro, there's Mexicans there, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like,
They're
damn.
everywhere.
right, Alaska.
Yeah, you know, and it's crazy, bro. And to this day, I still can't really like grasp it. You know what I mean? And every concert we've had, there's always, from the youngest to the oldest, you know, it's like you win the crowd over, you know. And to see the numbers, it's really surreal, bro. Because I still remember the first million we ever got, like it was yesterday, bro. Like we were celebrating it, like I remember we were celebrating our first 10,000, like you know. And to see the numbers now, like it's really still the same feeling, bro. You know, like because we understand not many people can get to that point, you know. And if you're blessed to be to that point, bro, just, you know, take it in, thank God, and just keep it moving, bro. Really.
Then you understand too, like where it all started and how it was during the come up.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like all this is very good. We enjoy it, but damn, we remember when we were back in the
and I kind of miss those days sometimes, bro. I'm not saying the struggle, but I kind of miss like you know, the process of things.
Did you
know?
feel like there was less pressure?
Yeah, I felt like there was less things to worry about, you know. And the more success in anything you do in life, the more things you got to worry about, bro. So like there's a type of anxiousness I feel daily, you know, and good or bad anxiousness, you have that feeling daily of doing this, doing that. And hey, look, you know, there's jobs out there that are way more complicated. I'm not saying that this is, you know, the hardest thing in the world, but you still got to deal with criticism. You got to deal with opinions. You got to deal with, you know, labels. You got to deal with all types of people that come to you and ask you for certain things. And at the end of the day, it's just 6 of us, bro, dealing with all these things. And the anxiety does kind of like kick in, bro. It does get stressful. But at the end of the day, bro, it's for the love of the music. And you build like a tolerance for all these things. You know what I mean? And it's just,
it gets to the point where it doesn't phase you as much. You know, you try to block out all those feelings, and then so then I feel like that also has to do with that. You said, you know, how do you feel about having 100 million or this and that? Like I feel like I didn't even realize that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even realize that song hit 100 million until like a week ago or something like that. So like
I had to tell him, I was like, hey, bro, like we should do a little something. He's like, what happened? He's like, song hit 100 million. He's like, when? I was like,
you kind of get to block out your feelings in a way, and just because you have so much stuff that other things you got to worry about that you're not worried about what your song's producing. You know, like you're worried about the next song. You know.
Yeah. So if there was like because we love informing and giving knowledge to the ones coming up, right? Because if in a room of 100 people, maybe fucking 60 that have a grupo or know someone in a grupo, right? So if there was 3 things that you guys would say are the key qualities in order to make this a success, like in order to get seen, in order to even get a deal, and, you know, I would say get famous.
3 qualities.
Like
Number
non-negotiables.
Non-negotiables. Number 1, know the industry for sure. Know what you're gonna get yourself into. You know from contracts to numbers to how to move yourself. Number 2, kind of have a vision of what you want to do. You know, if you don't know what you want to do, you're just a headless chicken, bro. You're not gonna really get nowhere. And number 3, bro, God. Honestly, this is a heavy industry in many ways, and it'll consume you, bro. You know, there's a lot of artists that have come up and disappeared. You know, for the simple fact that when you're up there, bro, it's so euphoric high. And we've been through it too, bro. We've been to the part where we felt like we were on top of the world, and then like that, it goes back down, bro. And when you get off that cloud 9, that's when it hits you, bro. You know, so you really gotta have God there and a good shoulder, a good head, and really just really ground yourself, bro, because you never know, bro. Like, the person you turn down could be the next biggest person, and when that happens, you're like, damn, like, you know. So those are the big 3 for me, you know. And I'd say just, you know, it's cool to make your own music too. There's nothing wrong with covers. You know, if you pop up with a cover, cool, bro. Like, you know how many other people did the same song and they ain't pop off? Yeah. You know, so by all means, go for it, man. Keep faith, you know, be smart, and just know how you want to move 100%.
Those are really good qualities. I thought it was really interesting when you talked about your Instagram lives. Could you tell me a little bit about how much social media played in your career?
I think that had to do a lot, especially after we realized that that's what we had to do. Because at first, you know, when we blew up, it was through YouTube. Like he said, we didn't even have a TikTok at the time. So after that happened, you know, we, like he said, we kind of blew up, and then what happened? You know, we kind of started to come right back down. At that moment when we came back down, you know, our manager and everybody was like, "Hey, you guys need to hop on TikTok and stuff. Like, that's something that's growing right now." And we're like, "All right, bet," you know. And we ended up hopping on it. And next thing you know, like, you know, we started off 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, but simply because we were consistent with it too. Yeah. So I think the qualities goes back to definitely being consistent, you know, so on social media, having stage presence, and más que nada, just like he said, have your head on your shoulders, dude, and just make sure make sure you don't get too elevated to the point where you think that you're the only one in the world, you know? Everybody's replaceable at the end of the day.
One of their songs went viral on TikTok.
I think a lot of songs have.
I'm thinking of one in particular. How was that for you guys?
Which one?
La norteñita.
La norteña, la de No Es Mentira. That one, when that one went viral, honestly, I didn't even know about it either. I think they told me too. They're like, "Yo, check out the uses, like the how many people played the song, or like made a video to the song." And then how much was it?
So this is the thing about Gio. He's sometimes not aware of his surroundings. So like, there's certain things I have to tell him.
Hold on, don't say that now. Don't say I'm not aware of my surroundings.
Not like that. But like,
you gonna give him an idea.
He lives in the moment.
Okay.
He lives in the moment a lot. So when it first started going viral, we think a lot with numbers, you know. So, and I got to give that to Javi, because this man has always been about the numbers. So we became like that. So it started 1,000 uses, 2,000, 3,000. He's like, "Fellas, the 5,000 is the magic number, you know." I'm like, "Cool." We hit 5,000, and I told him, "Hey, we got 5,000 uses." He's like, "What's that? Like, what's the big deal?" I'm like, "No, he said it's a big deal, so you know,
look like we gotta hop on it." Yeah,
but when it really started taking off, bro, like, every day I seen Primos content consistently, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I got to the point where we're just like, "Yo," everybody's like, "Yo, you keep popping up on my FYP and stuff."
Yeah,
I'm like,
you know, and it was a time, bro. Like, I think TikTok played a major role in the success of the song, just because, like he said before,
I think it was like a trend going on,
dancing,
you know?
dedicating it to your girl, your guy, whatever, and the fact that we kind of refreshed the norteño scene, bro. You know, just simply because of the fact when people thought about norteño, they thought about traditional old school norteño.
You think about La Maquinaria, you think about Los Petroleros, you know, all those groups.
And when that song popped off, bro, a lot of people started doing covers, you know, and it was crazy, bro. Like, even to this day, I still can't believe like this amount of people that really supported the song, you know. And coming from a group that did not do norteñas at all, like me personally, bro, I didn't even listen to norteño music, bro. Like, they would,
you know, what's crazy is I didn't realize that I listened to Norteño Sax music until we started to pop off with it. Because when I was younger, I would listen to that type of music, but I wouldn't pay attention to it. Yeah. Like, my sister would always play it in the car and stuff, and I just, you know, I enjoy it, but I didn't think about it as nothing. But it's crazy that like, yeah, like at one point I would listen to that, but then my main music was rap. You know, I would listen to always rap. But then it got to the point when I just started listening to Mexican music too, and yeah, like all those Maquinaria, all those groups came into my playlist. But you know, I never knew we were gonna hop into this genre at all. You know,
with everything happening, what is your guys' top 3 collabs you guys had? Your favorite
at the moment? Our favorite top 3 collabs.
No, right now. So let's do two at the moment, and then
For sure.
who are the top three that you would want
At the moment?
at the moment right now?
At the moment,
I'm gonna give
for
mine.
sure is Santa Fe Clan.
Santa Fe Clan, that's one of them. The other one for me was definitely, I think, Los Gemelos Sinaloa. That was one that was dope for me because I listened to his music a lot when I was younger too.
Okay.
We also did one with La Energía Norteña.
La Energía Norteña, yeah. For sure.
Okay.
Okay. So then who are the three you would like to collab with?
For sure, bro. Remy Valenzuela for me.
Damn.
I like
Esto le salga a Remy en el For You page.
Compa, que andamos pendientes.
Yo quisiera el compa Julián Álvarez, to be honest. Yeah. I think we'd make a dope song. Viejón.
All right. One more.
What about y'all? Last one.
For us, Dream collab. Damn, David. Drake.
Ay.
It's because I hear a lot of rap. So, you know, that'd be nice, though. No, but my boy Gio said it. Julian Alvarez, that'd be one of my tops. Julian, my bad.
Yeah, I guess Julian.
See?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You had another one. Yesterday you told me, you're like, if I do a collab with this group, I feel like I made it. That's what you said.
Which one did I say, big dog?
It's been a long
He said
day.
I said a
It's
lot
been
of
long
things.
day.
Los Regleros,
I
is it that?
wasn't. Oh, Legítimo. to be
Legítimo.
honest.
Oh,
Okay.
Shout out San Luis Potosí.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So since you guys are a team, this has to be a team decision on this one. Either this or that. Los Tigres del Norte or Intocable.
Ooh.
All right, hold up.
Meeting. All right.
Intocable?
Intocable.
Intocable.
All right. Next one. Intocable or Los Tocanos de Tijuana.
Que tiene pa' bailar.
Tucanes.
Tucanes? All right. Tucanes or Duelo?
Tucanes.
Tucanes or La Maquinaria?
Tucanes.
Ooh,
okay.
loyalty.
Tucanes or Los Elegantes de Jerez? Tucanes. All right. It's a good one. Tucanes or Los Primos del Este?
Puro. No. You know we gotta rep ourselves, bro.
Wait. The next one is Tucanes o Julián Álvarez.
Julio. Ay,
All
mamá.
right, so that was it. We took a little bit back. Now we got to get it to present. Peso Pluma or Tito? DoubleP.
Mi compa Peso.
Collab? That was good? Everybody good?
Collab.
All right.
He said
Don't
actually.
even mention it, bro. Don't even mention it, bro.
Peso Pluma or Dare?
Peso. Let's do it, Peso.
Peso or Javi?
You put me on the spot with that one.
You don't put me on this.
Peso.
I say peso.
Peso? Okay. Peso Pluma or Junior H?
That's a tough one, buddy.
You got him there.
Can you have both of them in a collab or no?
It's because
Junior.
I think Junior, but yeah.
Junior? All right. Junior H or Edgardo?
Junior.
Junior 8?
No, Edgardo's fire though too, eh?
Yeah.
His live set is fire.
Junior H or Marca Registrada?
Junior.
Junior H? Okay.
These boys know what they want.
We know what we
they
like.
want. Yeah.
We have the same mindset, too, you know.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's why it works.
So that's to my next question.
It's because we have to listen to the same music forcefully, like, you know. We're in this.
Y'all
we're in
ride
the same
together?
place.
Same car. So having a big team, we understand that, you know, we have different personalities. Sometimes we bump heads.
Oh yes.
Sometimes we're
The gloves come on.
Gloves come on, and we just go at it.
little tussle.
Yeah. How does this work for you guys? What's the balance? How do decisions come about? Like how does a big team work?
That's a good question.
If I tell you,
Tell us.
the thing is that sometimes como nomás nos tenemos que apartar. Because it's a lot of pressure sometimes. I mean, tenemos la presión de familia, then música, and then tenemos que dormir en una misma casa sometimes. And we spend more time with the group than we actually spend time with the family sometimes. So all those little pleititos or things that we gotta hold back because we understand at the end of the day, we're humans.
Yeah.
A veces cada quien está yendo through it, you know, like sometimes él no está sintiéndose bien, I don't feel good, or los demás están like jugando and stuff. But you gotta understand that to give them their own space.
Give them space.
And they do. They do give you your space. They let you be, you know what, he's not feeling it today. And it's good that you understand that. Y cada quien, pues, I don't know.
We just try to stay out the way, you know. If someone's
or if something's happening, just walk away.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
Okay, we might have a little argument here and there. Something might happen, but at the end of the day, like you said, we're grown.
It's not worth it.
We know.
It is not.
We gotta just
worth
separate ourselves and just whatever.
What would you say?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say are some qualities that you need in order to be part of Los Primos del Este?
A quality you need to be part of PDE. I think you just have to. I'll give you. You go first. You go. First.
All right,
He
all right,
said-
all right. I'm gonna lay it down, you know. So, 100%, bro. You just have to really have like a strong mindset, because honestly, like from the label to the team to us, we're very demanding people.
Y somos muy loquillos, la neta.
Yeah.
Somos muy loquillos.
Eso se requiere.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I feel like te tienes que llevar. That's one thing.
We'll
Te tienes
always
que
make
llevar.
fun of each other in some way, shape, or form. You could be looking your best that day. I'll be like, bro, those shoes look ugly as hell, bro. Like, what are you doing? You know? Or sometimes, bro, like even with the manager, bro, like we'll get on his ass too. Like, you know. So it's really just, you know, knowing what to say and what not to say, and having a good mindset, knowing what you want as a team together. You know, because there's 6 of us, bro. We all think differently. Everybody.
But
like
what's
you
that
said,
one quality they gotta have to be part of PDE?
have a good mindset, bro. Really, like just
That's it?
Yeah, that's one good quality.
Strong.
Quality. You know, when they first came in, like no nos aguantaban either. You know, like somos bien graciosos, and we make fun of each other, but that builds character, bro. You know what I mean?
I
So
agree.
we criticize ourselves, so when we go out, we don't care about the criticism. You know?
Do any of you come from a musical background, or did you guys know what you were getting yourself into?
I
when
think
you
we
did
all
this?
kind of come from a musical background, right?
Yeah.
You and me.
To this level, did they?
No, never. They never like made it out the mud, you know. But we did.
What was that?
He said, "But."
What was the hardest lesson you guys had to learn with now having the fame and the success?
Handling all of it. I think just being humble about it, bro. You know, I think that anybody else that would be in our shoes with what we've done and what we've achieved, it's very easy to get to your head, you know. But we've been through the dip before, and we've dealt with, you know, what it is to, like I said, be at the top and then no one really caring about you. So being humble, bro, and just understanding that, hey, bro, like this could dip any day. Just once you know that, bro, everything else is, you look at everything as a blessing, really, you know.
Yeah. When you guys have conversations with your parents, como like, how do you guys explain to them like the emotion of being success? Like, I'm sure they go to you guys at shows, no? Like, when you guys are back
Yeah,
home
they
or
have
close.
before.
Honestly, one of the first shows my mom went to was when we were actually doing it, you know? And it's funny because my mom and my sister didn't know to what extent. And we had a show that was sold out back home. I told my mom, let's go. And she didn't understand what was going on. I brought her up. She was just waiting, you know, short little lady just there. And when we came out, like, it was dope because she had her camera on just watching, smiling. And she just seen how the whole crowd was going crazy. And my sister was like, I didn't know you were this famous. I'm like, me neither. Like, you know, like, I didn't know either. But it's dope because, like, they see the fruits of our labor. You know what I mean? So, like, I'll be telling my mom, like, hey, you know, you doubted me a little bit. Cool, you know, like, but parents want the best. So, of course, they're going to tell you right from wrong. But, no, definitely when my mom went to a show, she's really seeing what it was. So, that changed her whole view on things, you know? And even then, like, she gets worried, like, hey, are you okay? Like, you look stressed. I'm like, when am I not? You know, it's part of it. Honestly, it just comes with it, and you just got to deal with it, bro.
Do you get stressed when you're writing new music?
Definitely, bro. I think not while I'm writing. I get more stressed before I start writing. Like, I'm like, dang,
Walk
I gotta
us through
write.
the process. Like, what is a writing session for you?
Okay, so I think for me, I like definitely I need a guitar. personally. I need a guitar. And I just like coming up with a melody, or I'll get one of them to just start playing random melodies. Or even if I'm walking around somewhere during my day, I just have a random flow pop up in my head, and I just start humming it or singing it in my head, and then I just record it on my voice memos. Later on, I go back to it. I get my guitar, I start playing, and then from there, I just kind of I might even have like a hook already, you know, and then based off that hook, I might go ahead and just base the whole song off that hook, you know, and yeah, it's really not like the craziest process. I really just kind of sit down and I stay there until I get something. Like I need to have something, you know. It can be 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. Like I wrote a song in 30 minutes. You know, I wrote a song in an hour. It took me a day, or it took me 2 months. I don't know. It just depends.
That's popping right now is probably what surprised everybody of how it came to be.
No es mentira, bro. That one I wrote that song literally, I think in an hour. Really? I wrote that song in like an hour. Yeah, and at his house. No, was that at his house?
No, I think you're talking about Poema when you wrote that one.
Yeah, Poema. I wrote that one in like 30 minutes. That was at his house. That one right there was, I don't know, man. It's just, after I heard No Es Mentira pop off, I told myself, you know, I'm not going to make the same mistake, because when Quiero Ser popped off, I made a mistake on not going back to back with that type of sound, you know? Yeah. And that's what people like. Whenever that song pops off, they want to hear that sound again and again and again in a different way, but they want to hear that, you know? Because that's your sound. And after No Es Mentira popped off, I knew that I had to do that this time, because if not, I'm going back down, you know? So then I literally came up with Poema, Con Una Mirada, Conexión, like all those songs just back to back. And I knew that was gonna be like that. Okay, people are gonna be like, oh shit, like they got something going on. Yeah. Because when you have one hit song, that's cool. But then you got another hit song again after that one, and then another one after that one, and then another one is like, oh okay, yeah, he got something going on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he was quick with it, bro.
Yeah,
I think once No Es Mentira popped off, like same thing. We're like, hey, we gotta do something quick. And I think a month right after, to record, do the music video and everything, probably like 2 weeks. You know, once we realized it popped off, and it was kind of one of those things where like we just gotta keep going. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like when it comes to geo writing, like sometimes he'll come to me like, hey bro, play me something. I'm like, all right, I'll just play something, whatever. And it's like a chef, like, oh, he got the ingredients, I'll be back. You know, he comes back with a full song, give it to the production, hey, do what you gotta do. Yeah. You know, hit the video guy, hey, let's do something. And fun fact, No Es Mentira was recorded on like a what? $600 budget or something like that.
We literally that was the cheapest budget video we've ever done.
Ever.
Wow. The place was free. It was a rancho de mi compa. It was a rancho de mi compa. We put up there. They no nos cobró for that. The only person that charged was the camera guy, and I think that was it.
Yeah, and the drinks.
Yeah, we had to buy drinks for the tables and stuff. And bro, like that was the cheapest video we've ever done, and look at that, you know?
You guys write a lot about love.
Yes, yeah.
Do you think that you need to go through and feel in order to write a song like No Es Mentira?
At times, I feel like yes, but when it comes down with me to writing, I don't necessarily sometimes even write about my own experiences. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But definitely, I think you're right. I mean, definitely when you have experienced something and you jot it down, it's definitely gonna hit different, you know? So I agree with that 100%.
So do you guys believe in love?
Definitely.
Are you guys in relationships?
That's something you don't ask.
He said you're asking too many questions.
I'm just kidding, man. No, but it's just, you know, in this type of industry, you know, you can decide whether you keep stuff private or not.
Give me your POV on love and being an artist. Do you believe in it? Porque pues tú pasas, you know, por mucho. You guys are at a really high level. So do you think that you can find love in an industry like this?
You can. It's just super hard to maintain it. You know, at the end of the day, it's up to the other person if they're willing to go through the process. You know, they know what they're getting themselves into. You know, we have music videos. You know, we have stuff we gotta do, places to be, people to see, and like at the end of the day, you know, there's gonna be females. There's gonna be stuff going on that they don't like. But at the end of the day, this is the process. This is the journey. And so, like I said, it's really up to them, you know, if they want to kind of stick with you. I mean, if you love them, you're going to be there, right?
Yeah, no,
and you're going to do what you have to do.
Okay. That was deep. That was deep, and that's what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, because, I mean, where's that AC, bro? And, you know, and not just speaking about, like, love itself, but, like, you know, maintaining friendships also, right? Because you brought it up earlier where you have to have the right head on your shoulders because being at a high level, you have all the eyes on you, and when you get there, like everybody wants something.
Right.
You know, it's crazy you say that, bro, because I've dealt with like old friendships where like, damn, you switched up, bro, and I'm like, bro, I'm just working, like, you know, and when you reach a certain level, and I'm not gonna say we're there yet, you know, I always look, there's more to do, but to the outside world, like they see us like on a pedestal, and you know, sometimes I don't hang out with the same people because they're not doing what I want to do.
Yeah,
you know, I want to be around like-minded individuals, and maybe back then, you know, things were different, so I like, you know, being this madroso, but now in a certain situation I'm in, bro, I have to be doing something to maintain this, you know, and other people may not understand that, you know, so sometimes, yeah, we may be, you know, to my friends, they be looking at me like, damn, bro, you might have switched up. I mean, I'm like, nah, it's not even like that, bro. It's just, I have work to do, and I'm going to prioritize this, and, you know, you get older and you realize, like, hey, like, if it's not beneficial for me or helping me in any way, I'm just not going to be around it, you know? Yeah. And I think that's a tough pill to swallow when, you know, because I even have other musician friends too that I don't even talk to like that, but we're cool and we understand. Yeah. You know? So it's just really knowing who you're around, and like, if it's a genuine friendship, it's gonna work out. 100%. You know, just like I have a longtime friend from Florida, bro, and you know, I don't talk to him at all, but if I see him, hey, what's up, bro? And he's a white dude, bro. He listens to the music because I play it. He's like, I don't only listen to it because you're in it, you know? Yeah. So I have friendships like that too, and I have friendships where like they'll hit me up on weird energy, and I just don't like that, bro. You know, like be friends with me because of me, you know? Yeah. Same with the relationship thing you said, bro. Like, I'm going to say it, I'm single, and I just choose not to put myself in those situations for the same reason, because I don't know if it's legit. I don't know if you're just coming at me for what I got or what you can gain from it. So I just stay away from it at the moment, focus on this, because this is my whole life. For everybody, this is our whole life, you know? So Drake said it, for me to adjust my life and schedule for you to come in and maybe not be a part of it, I'm not willing to do that. And for a lot of people, they don't like hearing that, you know? But if you're not in the position I'm in, you may not understand. You know, hopefully you do, but if you don't, I'm sorry. That's how I look at it.
If you could tell yourself one thing before you got into this music industry, with knowing what you know now, what would it be?
Just have fun with it. Have fun with it and enjoy yourself. Definitely, because once you start looking at it more as like, you know, something to gain from it instead of truly just enjoying yourself and enjoying the process, that's where you really lose that like authenticity behind it, you know. And I feel like we've gone through that too, where you're just making music to make it, and the people can pick up on that, you know. So I feel like now we're in a spot where the music is finally giving that energy, you know, because like I said, when you're coming up, you got all these people telling you things, all these different voices and different opinions, and there's only a couple of us compared to what's coming in. So definitely just enjoy yourself, enjoy the music, and just have fun with it. That's probably the best advice I can give.
What about you?
You? I got lost. I got lost.
Knowing what you know now and being in the music industry, what would you tell yourself before getting into this?
Man. That's a tough question for me. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's why I got lost. I was still even thinking about my answer. I don't honestly, bro.
Something that you learned along the way that you're like, nobody told me about this. I didn't expect this to happen.
Just be careful who you surround yourself with. I think definitely that. And make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Like he said it, you know. I feel like that's something that I wish somebody would have told me before. Like a little bit. I wish somebody would have told me a little bit more about the industry, like just the clause within the industry and we
got into it at a very young age, bro.
Yeah, I signed my first deal at what, 15, 16?
Around there.
I didn't even read the contract, bro, you know, and it's like
we didn't read the contract.
Yeah. And I just wish I would have been I had a little more guidance, you know, like we just kind of just hopped in, man, and just went with it. Just went with the flow. I didn't have much guidance, you know. So
I think we got to hit you guys with a question that's going to make you guys think. It might come really fast, but if you've seen the Oscar one, we asked a very important question.
Get you thinking.
One call, 1 minute. Who you're calling? Last call. Last phone call.
Like ever?
That's it. This is the last phone call you can ever send.
My mom.
¿Qué le dices?
Hey, I'm about to check out. Appreciate you. I don't know, just that. I mean, if I got a minute, I ain't gonna make it sad. I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, hey, held it down. Nah, sincerely, love. Nah, I probably just tell her, be like, hey, I love you, appreciate you, everything. Like, I'm about to go upstairs real quick. I'll be around, You know, if you got a minute, man, you can't make it too sad, bro. Like, you know, it's your mom. You gotta leave her with a little something. So, just call my mom, thank her for everything, and just,
What about you guys?
I think me, also my mom, and I'll appreciate it for everything. I love you and everything. I wouldn't say what's happening, what's going down, but I'll just be, my last words will also be like, I love you, and take care of my whole family, take care of the whole family.
Se acabó el minuto.
It's good if I tell them like, hey, this is about to happen. That's gonna take some time. That's gonna take some time.
What did Oscar answer to that?
Also his mom, but he was like, is the world ending or am I dying? We're like, so it was like, at the end of the day,
saludos a mi compa Oscar por ahí, el viejo.
So it was just, and TikTok is a big part of our success too. So it just, everybody on there like, oh, who would you call? Oh, my mom, my dad, my son.
It always goes back to the parents.
It always does. Yeah. 99% of the time.
I was trying to give you a different answer, but
you could say it.
But you think about it and you're like, well, it has to be your parent, right? Like,
hey, I'm trying to live through this.
Got an ambulance.
Shit.
Got me at
Okay, pero entonces yo te tengo una así, because you guys have come such a long way coming from the east side, making it to this level, and just really being humble about it.
Thank you.
If you had your fans and all the people that have supported you in front of you, and you could give them one line, what would you say?
That's what I was gonna actually respond to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you said like the last call, I was like, I'll probably go live and tell all my people.
But this isn't maybe your last call, but this is an opportunity, a one shot that you have to give whatever you want to tell them.
I think G would preview some music,
Ooh.
Like, hey, look, go stream this. I'm about to check out. Run up the numbers.
I actually did talk to him about this the other day. I was literally in the hospital, 2 days ago or yesterday? I don't remember when. But I had ended up in the hospital. I think I got like a really bad virus or something. I've never been to the hospital. And that was my first time. So I went, and man, I was over there. I was dying, And I told her, I was like, yo, imagine if I died. I was just listening to our music, like while I was in the bed, And I was just listening to our music. I was about to cry. I was like, why am I about to cry listening to our music? And
I walked in, and all I hear is I'm like, oh, he's over here. I pull up, my boy over here. I'm like, hey, you're not down to make them content? He was like, I bet. I was like,
all right. The tears.
No, but
nah, he was in pain though. But it's the hustler in us, man. I mean, we could be having a fever 102, and we still go to work, So of course we're just gonna. This is what we know. So,
but yeah,
I think he would go live. Honestly,
I definitely would like go live, preview a song, tell the people I'm about to check out, and just say, you know what, I need y'all to bless my boys up, and my family, because what happens when an artist dies or something like that? The music goes crazy. Yeah. And I told him, I was like, bro, imagine if I died or something. I was like, I think we'd blow the fuck up. And then I was like, yo, y'all better. I was like, y'all be set. I'm like, y'all gonna have it, And
I even asked him, I'm like, so who would collect your BMI checks then? Like,
he said for real though.
Like, do you want me to take care of that for you?
Yeah, no, but I tell the people that thank you so much for everything they've done, putting us in this position, also just supporting us the way they have been. We're not a group that's so popular. Like, there's obviously bigger artists. So the way they treat us, bro, is definitely beautiful. It's something that I even get surprised that our fan base is that strong sometimes. So I just simply would tell them I love them, that keep streaming our music, support everything that's still been going on even after I'm gone. At the end of the day, it would suck that they would probably want to support it more at that point. But after I'm gone, but still, like, it's all been love, So I just would give them love, bro. I don't know.
The legend has to live.
I don't know. Yeah, like legends never die, bro.
I mean, it's a sad thing, but it is true. Like when somebody passes away, like the music just
it takes off.
It
bro.
takes off.
Yeah.
You know, rest in peace. Like
They're like, oh, who
truly,
was
bro,
this guy?
like-
Who was this guy? And then they just go listen to it.
That just goes to show you, bro. People don't appreciate something till it's gone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Facts.
Y'all can quote me on that and clip it too. You know, it's like I don't know if y'all know Young Dolph.
Yeah.
Bro, like when he passed, I was like, dang.
Tell me
bro.
his music wasn't going everywhere.
Bro. Like I was like,
I guarantee you, that royalty check came in crazy.
Crazy.
You know, and I feel like I don't know, like when any artist passes on, like it's just very unfortunate that only then people start to, you know, really listen and tune in. But I think it's just with anything, bro. When you have something good and don't appreciate it, when it's gone, it just, you know. I think that's pretty it right there.
Man, but you guys are popping. You guys are setting trends.
Appreciate you,
making
bro.
everybody dance,
Thank you, bro.
hyping at all your shows.
We
'Cause,
try, man.
you
Try
know,
to.
we seen some videos you guys at Pico, and Pico's a movie. Picolandia.
It's awesome, bro. Yeah, that was a fun night. To
It
be
was
honest.
very it was like a dream come true, bro. Because it's not like there was a crazy lineup. Like it was not crazy lineup as in a lot of groups.
Yeah.
There's a lot of when it comes to Pico, you're used to like 5-10 groups. And I think when we had our event, it was us, Oscar, and maybe like 1 or 2 other groups, and that's really not normal for that. But bro, when we go out there and you know do our thing, the people react like crazy. And I'll be honest, like for a Norteño group, we be jumping around and you know like jumping, yelling. When you see a traditional Norteño group, they're more professional, you know, elegant. But
Same dress.
This man be
everything.
like jumping and doing jumping jacks to a Norteño song, like.
Oh,
You know,
I
like-
seen
¿Y qué
some,
tiene?
I seen someone make a post there like they're like he don't got no song make him be acting like that or something like that.
You know, so
I was like, man,
nah,
whatever.
definitely when you go to a Primos concert, get ready to feel the energy, have a good time.
love
You know,
Definitely go to have a good time, guys. Don't be jealous if your girl's recording or watching the show. That's something I wanted to bring up. Like it's
about
not that
it.
serious. Like we're there to perform and give them a good time, and you don't have to go behind her, hugging her, act like we're gonna take her. No,
too many times.
we don't want nobody. We just want to go and please y'all. That's it. Have a good time.
I remember there was a show. This is so funny. I remember there was a show, and you know, as an artist performer, you gotta, you know, sell the product. You know, like look them in the eyes and stuff. But really, you ain't ever gonna talk to that person. and I still remember like. Like
the product.
I was,
That little wink,
you
that
know,
little-
you know, like you gotta be yourself. And I remember like this girl was looking at me, but we're respectful about it. But her man was just there, mean mugging me, you know. And then he went up to her and hugged her. I'm like, hey, brother, that's all you. Like, you know, do what you gotta do. But it's crazy because like instead of looking at her like that, be like, hey, I dedicate this song to you. Get her a flower, bro. You know, give her a kiss on the cheek. Look together to the artist. You know, like dance together. Don't be like so like.
Hey, but flowers at a concert or at a bar, that's just expensive, bro.
Hey,
sure.
el que
Everybody
quiere
gotta
puede.
eat, bro. You know. Hey, I think there was one time where we bought out the flower guy at the show.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah, I was okay. So I was very, very like, yeah, I remember.
Seen it, but
It was
By the way.
we do this thing every show where like we try to like you know give something out, and I remember the flower guy, and I was telling where Chris at? Oh, I was like, hey, bro, take my wallet, give him all the cash, and then just throw the flowers out. And I remember the flower guy was like, you know, and then I was like, hey, compa, váyase a la casa, yeah, you know, and it's just stuff like that, bro. Like,
but he literally had just got there.
yeah, you know, so hey, bro, like that's something too. Like, Primo show is definitely an experience. And so y'all that haven't been there, it's not your traditional norteño show. Like we played it todo, cumbias, corridos, bandas sometimes,
Guapanguitos.
papangos and stuff. And I feel like we're very unique, diverse group that if there's sometimes there people ask for songs and we'll look at each other like, let's just try it out. You know, if it comes out good, it comes out good. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. Like, you know, but we tried. We tried.
Hey.
So
We got nothing
it's
to
definitely
lose.
experience.
Man, what are some new projects or new things that your fans and supporters should be looking forward to?
Yeah, ahorita we have a new album que se llama Amor de Su Vida, which we just dropped our first single from the album con un video oficial. También en YouTube para que toda mi gente lo vayan a escuchar. Se llama Amor de Su Vida, plebada. Bien recomendado la canción. Una cumbiacita, carnal. And yeah, we got a whole album de puras cumbias. So it's like 8 songs. And all of the songs are super dope.
Super
I
fire.
enjoy them. We took a long time to finish the album. And nah, just kidding. Yeah.
He said what?
No, I'm just messing with him.
And I wanna mention too. This is the first project we dropped. Now that we're with DoubleP management, shout out to them. This is the first project. Now that we're working with them, and it's crazy. It's dope. You know, like seeing what they've done with other groups and projects, and now to be a part of it. We can really. Our vision is now full. You know, as to what we want to do, and they're really behind everything we do right now. So it's pretty cool to see that. But we feel in good hands, you know. Like if we go up to them and show them a song, I mean, it's with anything you do with the project, you know, you want who's ever behind it to really support you.
You know, you want them to care about it as much as you do as well. You know,
we're not just another number. You know, we're they look at us as
you got to see like the bigger
family.
picture.
They care, so it's cool to be with DoubleP right now. We're dropping an album, the collab with Santa Fe Clan, que se llama 30 Días, coming soon.
También.
And honestly, like I just gotta get ready for us to be out there, you know. And we do have some a tour coming up. We're not gonna talk about it much. We want to let it happen, but we have a lot of big plans this year.
Okay.
But definitely, Amor de su Vida, guys, go stream it
All
when it comes out. All platforms when it comes out. We'll give you guys a date. Just wait.
Eso sí que saquen las botas para bailar.
Sí, saquen las
Saquen
rocas.
las buenas.
Si van con sus vatos, que no sean celosos.
Ay, también.
Mejor que no vayan con los vatos.
Y mija, si llevas a tu
Girls'
vato, que no sea celoso, mija, por favor.
Somos primas.
Bueno, un poquito.
Primos.
Well, guys, thank you for making time for us.
Likewise, bro. Thank you.
Busy week here in Cali. Again, for the people that don't know, you guys are not from Cali. You guys are still in North Carolina.
Yes.
Van donde hay trabajo. So.
No, estamos.
Hey, people
estamos
thought we
donde
were
sea.
from the east side of LA for the longest.
Yeah, I did see.
Yeah, I don't know why, but we're like.
Es que los primos del este, so they thought we're del este
de Los Ángeles.
Yeah,
pero
Not the real.
Yeah, the real este.
But you guys are from a place where a lot of legends are made.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, not even just music. Even like basketball players, football players. There's a bunch of.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
There's a bunch of talent out there, bro. It's just such a small kind of town that like, well, it's not that small. It's actually pretty big, but small kind of town that like, you just wouldn't expect people to come out of there from. You know, you're like, oh, North Carolina, where's that at? You know,
Big blends too.
Big Blends, he's from out there too. Yeah,
Fayetteville, I believe.
Fayetteville.
I honestly see North Carolina becoming like another New York type, Chicago, LA type of thing. It's like
slowly,
with anything, bro. It's a process. You know, like maybe, well, who knows? There might be an artist that comes from the same town we are that's gonna be 20 times bigger.
Right.
You know, which at the end of the day, you're still putting up for the city. So we hope that y'all really pay attention to the East Coast and really see that there's a lot of talent out there, bro. There's a lot of talent, a lot of great songwriters, actors, athletes, anything, bro. So just keep on the lookout for that one too.
Sure.
Pura calidad.
Pura calidad, man.
Eso sí.
Igual acá en Los Ángeles, pura calidad. Acá también.
Sure.
We didn't say that. Someone
He
else
said it. He said it, but it takes one to know
You
one.
gotta say it, man.
Episode 211 of
Big pioneers.
Podcast, man. So appreciate you, gentlemen, one more time. Los
Thank you,
Primos del
guys.
Este.
Mucho éxito en
Let's
su
host the
carrera.
live, guys.
Hey.
Get it. Gracias, plebes. Un gusto.